Nope.
What's going on, people? Welcome to Drama Free Gaming. It is what it says, and it says what it is. This is your host, End Time. And tonight, oh my goodness, we're going to jump into it like ASAP immediately. We're not even going to waste no time with some small talk. With me is none other than the Dark Man himself, Dark Dad 99. Jay, what's going on? Talk to these people,
Wait,
man.
wait, wait, wait. Did you just call me the Dark Man?
The Dark Man.
I mean, I know I've been in the oven too long, but I ain't burnt, brother. Come on now. You making
Hey,
me I'm
man.
purple out here or
Hey,
something like that. Come on, man.
dark is nice, man. I like dark. I
I know
like
you no,
dark. I don't discriminate.
no. You like your coffee dark. Don't test me like that.
Black like my soul.
Yes.
What's going on, Jay, man?
Life sucks.
This man.
I wanna throw somebody over the top rope, then jump off the top rope just to let them know what it is.
For real, man. What's going on, bro? Why? Who got you all like wound up and ready to strike?
Man, brother, I know you know, and anybody else out there that's listening, if you go to work and you look around and you see people that say the dumbest things and you just want to take your hand and open hand slap the taste out of somebody's mouth,
Yeah,
you,
man.
you feel that way sometimes, and it's hard to shake that feeling every once in a while.
Man. I must confess, man. We have to work really hard at keeping ourselves in check, right? Some of us more than others, right, Jay?
Ain't that the truth?
Oh man, but hey, if you guys are listening to this even after the fact, I just want you to come over to youtube.com/drama free gaming. We are a bunch of gray head fellas that are talking about gaming, a hobby that we grew up with. We love our gaming. We don't get the time like we used to play games, but when we do, we try to make the best of it. Leave yourself a like, leave yourself a subscribe. Do yourself a favor. You want to hit that bell notification. You do want to know when we come on, and we're trying to keep it on the steady here, Jay. We're trying to be on here every single week, even if it is a bowling night for us just to chill and chew the fat for a little bit, man. And I needed to jump on here this evening, bro, because it's been a marathon.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna break this down now. So, if you've been in the Discord, you would know that this man has been fighting his new computer and his new setup for a couple days now. So, brother, go ahead and break down your experience and what you've been going through about this new setup.
Well, I'm gonna talk a bit about it here at the top of the show. We are gonna speak about Unreal Engine 5. And I'm gonna throw something at Jay. You know, I haven't prepped him for it or anything, but just a thought that I had on my mind. But yeah, Jay hit it on the head. Shout out to Henyo. Shout out to Sleek. Both of them are channel members over at Drama Free Gaming on Discord. And those are my tech guys, man. I thank God, literally, that they are on the Discord, walking me through this process. My second build has been a unique experience. I think I've called this computer that I've built. I didn't name the first one, but this one I gotta give it a name. Patriot. I'm calling it Patriot.
Whoa, wait, Patriot?
Patriot, yeah. It's colorful. It's a white like layout, but there's a lot of lights in it, and I just got the RGB going, and it's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing to look at, but it's a beast, and it loves wattage, bro. I had to run out today. So here's the deal. I thought that I crashed and bricked this computer, bro. I was just beside myself earlier today because the last several days, since Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday, I was blue screening. And not blue screening, but I was getting where the computer was resetting. And I was just like, dang, what's going on? It had been working fine. So I took a step back, right? Experience told me, take a step back. What have you been doing? Have you added a new program? What have you been working on? What are you trying to do? Jay, let me tell you, the common denominator was the video editing. I was trying to render, that is, put a video through its last process on a program called Resolve, and it would crash. It wouldn't render. It wouldn't finish the process. And I did that like 2, 3, 4 times. And dude, it would just reset itself. And finally, I think I pushed it too far and it gave me a blue screen. And I was just like, dang. Shout out to Henyo in the chat on the Discord side. Appreciate you being here, brother. Yeah, man. Let me tell you, I was like suspect that it was the power supply. Now to put it in perspective, Jay, I got a 750 watt power supply. Okay,
Okay, wait. Before you get started, tell people exactly what you built and the specs.
Well, I'm not gonna give the specs because I would have to have them written down somewhere so that I sound like I actually know what I'm talking about. But
Best you can.
But I'm running 13 gen, latest gen of Intel. So it's an Intel build. It's 13th gen. It's the most updated one. I am running the 40 series, a 4080 GeForce RTX graphics card, and yeah, and a whole lot of RAM. And I mean, this thing is a beast, bro. It's just souped up, like souped up. And I built it this way because I purposely want to do video editing. Henyo says not too shabby. Yeah, this thing is something else, man. But I built it high end like this on purpose because I don't want to build another one ever again. Not after this experience, bro.
Oh nah, don't say ever again. You know technology just don't play that. Come on now.
Dude. But I'm confident that for what I want it for, I'm going to be good for a good long time. It has a bunch of other stuff in there. NVMe, I got memory up the wazoo. It has like 5 different M2 slots. That's for memory. It's crazy. I have all of them but one occupied. So it's a beast. It's a beast. It's a monster. I'm running dual screen, of course. LG monitors, G-Synced, 1440 IPS panels. I picked up a new camera as well, and it's nice. It's a nice little Elgato 1080 camera, but it is slick. It's better than anything that I've had before. Shout out to Nathan in the Discord side chat. What's going on, brother? Long time, man. So yeah, Jay, that's all I'm gonna talk about that, bro. But I thought I bricked it. I bought a power supply. Here's the long and short, because I'm not going to drag this out. bought a jumped from a 750 watt power supply, went out and bought 1,000 watt power supply. I said, you
Good
know what? I'm just,
Lord, sir.
yeah, overkill, bro. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna mess around. Cause here's the thing, I was running the rendering, like I was telling you that video on Resolve. And anybody who's listening, I hope this helps you. I'm a complete, like, well, not a complete noob, but I wouldn't even call myself intermediate. I'm kind of like beginner intermediate at this, but I've learned a whole lot. And let me tell you, I was smart enough to knowledgeable enough to open up the task manager. And when you open up your task manager on your computer, you see what your system is performing at. So you can see your GPU performance, your CPU performance. So that's what I did. I had it open on a side window, went into Resolve, went through the paces of what I had done before, just trying to duplicate what I had done before to crash the system, basically. And as soon as I hit that button to start processing that video, Jay, my CPU and my GPU went from 3%, like less than 3% usage, went all the way up to 80%, bro. And yeah, and that's why it crashed, because it was sucking so much electricity, so much wattage, and the brick that I had was not doing it, bro. It was getting destroyed. So the system would shut itself down again. It would shut itself to protect itself from like blowing up, literally like frying your motherboard or your CPU or anything else on it. So yeah, it was scary, man, to see that blue screen and then to go get another power supply. And that's a whole other story for a whole other day. But maybe when Henyo gets an opportunity, we'll jump on and we'll have some more banter. But yeah, it's I'm glad it's working. We're running on it now, Jay. We're running on it now. It hasn't blown up. We're good.
Now, what would if you had to give anybody any advice that was building a monster that wanted to deal with the headache and everything else, what would you give them?
If you're a first time builder, definitely go to a site like PC Part Picker. I discovered that site before I built my first computer, and it lays out for you the components. Like if you want a specific motherboard, it's going to tell you what it's compatible with. So you're not just buying pieces, because they look pretty and you want your setup to like match colors or whatever. Things have to be compatible. And I learned that with my first build. So make sure that your components are compatible. What I learned with this second build, that I should have known better, and I should have went with my gut, was that even though I spec'd it out on PC Part Picker, everything that I was going to put originally in here, I didn't give myself some headroom. And so I didn't account that I was going to run a double monitor setup. This 40 series of cards are hungry for power. I think the CPU as well. If you're gonna overclock the CPU, everything costs a price, and you might have the 750 brick spec'd out on PC Part Picker was fine. I had some headroom in there, but after I started plugging in more things and started to add this and add that, it went over the spec. And if you don't know, if you're a first time builder, you can get frustrated because you're like, dang, I built it exactly how I spec'd it out, but you're not taking into account that certain things that you're going to do are going to alter, that wattage. And that's what I failed to do this second build. I didn't give myself enough headroom. Mind you, I had been reading on the 4080 series. I didn't go out, first of all, I didn't go out thinking that I was going to get a 4080 graphics card. I was not aiming for that. I was like, you know what? If I can find a 30 series, I'll be fine. They should be available. They should be, what was the word I'm looking for? They should be not as expensive, right? So I said, okay, let me look. And dude, I went looking for a 3080, couldn't find one. Went looking for a 3090, I couldn't find one. I actually saw a 3090 Ti, and I almost pulled the trigger on that one. And then I came across the 4080 that I'm running in my system right now. And this 4080 was $400 less than that 3090 Ti.
Now, is there a reason why the price difference is so
Dude,
great?
the market, first of all, these GPUs are stupid overpriced, okay? So, I mean, if you go out there and you just type in, 4080, 4090, go look at these prices, like these people have lost their mind. And it's not just like Nvidia, like Ryzen, everyone's like, let me tell you, and Henyo is saying it here, the market restabilized. So yeah, it's kind of resetting itself, restabilizing itself. So prices are going to start looking hopefully somewhat more normal. But yeah, I found that 3090 Ti, I found this 4080, and I was like, okay, why does the 4080 cost $400 less than this 3090 Ti? Right? Other than maybe the 3090 Ti was more in demand. I don't know. I just know that I said I'm going to get the cheaper card, and it happened to be the newer card. And let me put it into perspective, Jay. My first build has a 1080. Okay, so I've jumped two generations to the 4080 now. So the difference between my 1080 in my first build and this 4080 in this second build is like, it's not even night and day. It's like galaxies away.
So it's like a cataclysm.
Dude, it's like going from, for me, I mean, it's like going from like cassette players, like 8 tracks to I don't know, high definition.
Okay, well, let's keep it in perspective. Would it be going from the OG Xbox to a Series X?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a jump. Like I've jumped 2 generations, right? So 1080. When I did my last build, I think I built my first computer towards the end, because I'm looking back now, towards the end of the 1080 series. So I caught it at the end, and then the 20 series came out, and then the 30 series came out, obviously, and now we're at the 40 series. So yeah, it's been 2 generations that I skipped since updating my first PC.
Well,
so
let me ask a very noob question.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
What destabilizes a computer market to drive prices that high?
Dude, it could be a factor of things. I mean, I know that Henyo's in the chat. He can probably chime in and say a bunch of stuff, but I mean, we are in a recession. We are we just got through a pandemic, right? Yeah. So you have shortage supplies, and you have more demand for things that can't get built and shipped out and sold. So there's less of it, right? And that's just what? That's just economics. So there's less of something that's in higher demand, and then you got, the opportunists, and and prices will shoot up.
Now, we had the same problem back when we had C19. You couldn't get a 380, you couldn't get a 390. So is it the same retrospect, or has it?
Dude, we're still in it. I think it's that even though we're past COVID-19, right, past the pandemic, the market is still slow to come back, to the norm, to what we know. And it doesn't help. There's other things happening. There's a recession happening, and and I don't want to get into it, bro, because this is not a a political podcast or anything
I
like
know.
that. But I mean, look at gas prices, look at food prices. There's a reason why things are high and things continue to go up and up and up. And yeah, and you still have your opportunists, you still have your scalpers out there, you still have, I did a video. You know what? I'm gonna chime in on this, and then I'm gonna talk about some actual gaming. But I did a video and I put it on YouTube because I was frustrated when the Xbox, I think it was the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation, or it was around that time when Best Buys, and I'm saying Best Buys, I shop at Best Buys. I got nothing against Best Buys, and Best Buys wasn't the only one to do this. But Best Buys created a program, I forget what it's even called now, like a Tech Plus program or whatever. And you could become a member, like a yearly subscription to this like tech tech program or whatever for like $200, okay?
Well, what?
But well, listen, but they were using that to also give you like VIP status, so that when a PlayStation or an Xbox, and I think that the OLED Switch at that time was difficult to get, whenever those came in stock, if you were a part of or a member of this Tech Plus whatever that Best Buy's put out, then you would get dibs on reserving. And I was like,
Oh,
dude, you didn't hear about that? I put a video out on that, man. I was ticked off, bro. I said, are you serious? Like,
but
this is slimy.
with all new egg PC part picker,
Even still, brother.
why would you throw the proverbial, hey, we want to lose business because people can go and get their PC parts
No,
elsewhere?
no. It was the opportunistic moment for them. They weren't the only one that did it, but they figured, they said, you know what? If people want these items that are in short supply and in high demand, if they want them bad enough, they'll pay a
They'll get it.
$200, VIP status, whatever membership. That's not what they called it. And they didn't come right out and say it. But I read the fine print on that stuff, and I was like, dude, this is slimy. And I'm surprised that more people didn't talk about it, because the program is still out. It still exists. And mind you, if you have high end stuff and whatnot, it's okay to get, an extra layer of protection
Protection.
and whatnot. It's good. But when it came out and how they did it during a time where people were like trying to get, like average Joes like you and I trying to pick up a PlayStation 5, dude, you couldn't do it. And they did it, I guess they might have done it to try to like counter scalpers who were just putting bots out there to purchase, hundreds if not thousands of PS5s. But it is what it is, man. I mean, it's unfortunate, but
That's true. But let me ask you the number one question.
the number
Why would
one.
you the number why would you go the extra mile to build a new PC for yourself?
Well, I think I alluded to it already, man. I mean, first of all, gaming is just that. It's a hobby, but this second build was purposeful. The first one, yes, I built it. I was bored, to be honest with you. I was bored. I was like, I want an experience on how to build a PC and maybe get into some PC gaming, which I am glad to say I've been exposed to. And yeah, I love it. I see why the PC community does their gaming on PC and nothing else. But this second build is purposeful. I'm hoping to build a platform, not only drama free gaming that you guys are tuning into and listening to. Please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, but also to make more content, podcasting not only audio but video as well, and just see where it takes us. There's other podcasts. There's a lot of ideas that I have, and I needed the rig. I needed to build this rig to sort of not sort of, but it's a tool to have it there so that I can work on this craft. And yeah, and that's the short answer. That's the short and sweet.
Well, you know what? A man can't complete anything without a tool, so that's a good answer.
Hey,
Actually,
I learned from my dad, where he always told me, and Andy, if you ever listen to this, man, I love you. He always told me any job is doable when you have the right tools. So
amen.
you have to have the right tools. Let me say something. I got a big cheesy smile on my face. So I'm looking at OBS right now. We've been live for 25 minutes, over 25 minutes. This CPU is using 0.4% of its power. We're running 60 frames per second and no dropped frames. It's beautiful, bro. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful, man.
this brother like my baby.
It's beautiful, bro. I just want to like get up and kiss this thing, bro. It's
Wait,
awesome.
Why you talking like it's like your newborn child though?
It's awesome, bro. Hey, I tell you, I definitely cranked up the kilobits per second. The suggested YouTube settings, I think it's like 5,000. I cranked it all the way up to like 30,000. Oh, because I got fiber. I got fiber also.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So all right. So since you got fiber, what are you running, and why did you choose to go
Oh
that
my
way?
gosh, bro! I didn't want this to be a TED talk. A tech
we
talk.
going there. We going there. So you might as well just accept it.
Dude, you know what? I'm glad you asking me the questions because I know where you're coming from, and you've always said when you guys start talking in the Discord, the tech talk and whatever, like my head starts to like spin and I get dizzy and
Okay.
but it's helpful. It's helpful and
is.
it shouldn't be intimidating to anybody out here because I started knowing nothing. And we live in a time right now where you could learn a whole lot on YouTube. Not everything out there is legit, okay? So don't watch one video and immediately go and start tinkering. Dude, for my troubleshooting, I'm glad again I went to my friends first and foremost, Sleek and Henyo. That's their field. That's what they do, okay? These people, they know what they're doing. Alongside that, I went over to YouTube and saw some credible people, not just, somebody saying, hey, stick a fork right here and short circuit this. And no, like some credible people on YouTube who have an established channel, who are techs, who have a reputation. I mean, do your homework, guys, because it takes a lot of discipline and the desire to learn. If you don't have patience and you're not in a place where you want to learn, then forget it. Don't do this. Don't do anything. Put it that way. Just
say it like that.
continue
man.
being
Come on,
average.
Okay.
No, it's the truth. It's the truth, dude. It's the truth.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. Once again, check us out on Discord.
Yes, sir.
If you ever, you will actually see Henyo, Sleek, these guys will come in and you will start to, if you have no, like myself, I have no super knowledge in the tech world, and I always, when these guys start talking, my head blows up.
Mm-hmm.
But I still pay attention and listen. And just from 10 messages, you can learn so much from people. And I will say it once: if you ain't dealing with people that are smarter than you, you ain't trying to learn nothing,
dude.
So
right, I mean, it's like you and I have spoken, right, Jay, and we all have our excuse me, we all have our expertise, our experience. I've told you, dude, put me on machinery like you know how to handle. Dude, I'll look at you like deer in the headlights. I wouldn't have a clue where to start, what to do, how to do it. But you do. And so it's like what you just said, man. We can glean knowledge from one another, and why not? That's what we should be doing. So,
Well,
dude,
isn't that
you
the
want to know
purpose
my
of
speed?
information? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Enlighten everybody who doesn't know, since you are the first that
Dude,
I know of that got the fiber. Break it
dude,
down for
man,
me.
the fiber is a game changer, and I tell you. So I don't know if should I mention the company that that had it
Man, just
monopolized out here.
man, look,
So
you
down
out
here,
the sunny
in my
state.
area, okay, down here in my area, the only one that was running anything legit was Spectrum. I think up north they're known as Roadrunner or something to that effect. I don't know, man. Bright House,
Wait,
Bright House.
Steve.
They're Bright House. Up
Wait.
north, it's
So,
Bright House. Down here, there's
well, no.
Spectrum.
Now, I am north of you, and here at Spectrum.
Okay, but I'm talking about up north, New York. I'm talking up there. When I say north, I'm talking about Boston, New York. Not. I mean, you're like a hop skipping away from me, bro.
Yeah, but I'm still north of you. That
Yeah,
doesn't
you're
change
still
the
north of
fact.
me. So,
Yeah,
but
come
yeah,
on
I guess
now.
that counts. But okay, so you
Yeah.
have Spectrum. So I had butt cheeks Spectrum,
Wait, did
and
you say butt cheek
yes,
Spectrum? Did
yes,
you just say
exactly.
butt cheeks?
And this is how I felt about Spectrum. It was a big failure. Okay, I had the
Whoa.
highest tier, of internet available. That was about five. They didn't promise. They advertised 500 Mbps. So what was that? Megabits per second.
Yeah.
They advertised 500 up, no, down. That means you're downloading, and then 50 up on the top tier. Okay, so
Okay.
remember those numbers: 500 down
Okay.
and 40 up, and you're
Okay.
like, okay, dang, that's high tier. Okay,
I mean, that's about what I'm running.
okay. So to put it into perspective now, I've had Spectrum forever, okay? And about 3 years ago, I heard AT&T was coming through with fiber. And I was like, yes. Because I have been reading on fiber and all that other stuff. And your wires are buried in the ground, okay? So they're not running alongside your house into some box in your backyard where someone could get into it. And no, the wire is buried. It's a dedicated line as well. So your connection, your hookup is yours. Okay? You're not sharing a line with nobody. Okay? With nobody. So
That's kind of
it's
sexy.
yeah, it gets sexier, bro. It gets
Oh, don't,
sexier.
talk to me now. Talk
So
to me.
so you can start off at 500. This is what AT&T is offering, and I am not being sponsored nor paid for this. So listen well. This is just me volunteering this information. Down here in my area, they start you off with 500, okay? 500 up, like I had mentioned before, and I believe 500 down for like $50 or something. Now, mind you, I'm paying 3 times as much for on Spectrum for that, and I was like,
Nope.
nope, this ain't happening no more.
Now,
so so I checked AT&T, and here's the long and short, just so you guys know. Right now, I'm running 2,531 down
wait, what?
and 2,494 up.
Wait. Okay. Say what now?
Yes.
I mean,
Yep. Yep.
now let me ask this, because we gonna talk about it from a normal perspective. What would be the price difference between what you're getting, the from what you got from what you had. There we go.
So I got in. I was like the first one in my neighborhood, bro. Literally, I saw the guys digging the ditches and burying the lines like about a month and change ago, and I went over to them and I said, "What are y'all doing?" Because they looked suspect, you know. They were digging in people's front yards. I said, "What are y'all doing?" And they were like, "Fiber, AT&T," and I was like, "Bet." keep doing what you're doing. I was like, don't worry about it.
that brother smiled and walked away like, excellent.
Dude, they only knew two words in English probably. Fiber, AT&T.
Oh, why you gotta do them like that, dude? Come on.
Yo, I could do that because, you know, I'm Hispanic, all right? So
Okay,
I was
yeah,
like, I spoke to
got
them in
nothing on
Spanish
that.
afterwards. I spoke to them in Spanish and and then we had an actual conversation. But you know, I came out and some people say I don't look like I'm Hispanic. I don't know, whatever. But as soon as
That's
they
a
told me
lie.
those two words, I spoke to them in Spanish because they were clearly Spanish speaking. And they were like, and then they gave me the whole spiel, like, yeah, they were putting it in the neighborhood. They were going to be done like by the end of the week, and representatives were going to be coming through after that. And I said, man, later for that, I got on the computer. I was on the mailing list. I checked. I called them and said, yo, y'all need to hook me up like 3 years ago. Let's go. Let's do this. Take my money, take my money, take my money.
Wow. This brother said, just go ahead and take it all. We straight.
So to answer your question, at the end of the day, I'm paying $50 less for what I got now than what I had with Spectrum.
Wait, so you telling me fiber not only is giving you more, but you're paying less?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would like to indicate evidence that if you have fiber in your area, I recommend that you switch. This is not a paid program. This is not a paid subscription. I'm telling you from the fact of a normal person, get fiber if you have it.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what? I jumped in early, and I don't know if this is a promotional. If it goes up, I'm in. I'm in like Flynn. I'm in from the beginning. I'm gonna get grandfathered. I mean, my wife told me the other day, I don't think we're moving now because you got fiber. And I'm like, you bet your bottom dollar we ain't moving. I'm staying right here.
Whoa. Wait, the missus is on board with the fiber?
Nah, all hopes of us moving got crushed the moment I got fiber.
She was like, nope.
Yeah, man. She was just like, man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Hey,
I ain't got no time for no fiber. I got no time for Spectrum. Ain't going back.
wait.
Ain't
Were
going back.
you about to say you ain't got no time for fiber, even though you sitting here in love?
No. That was a slip of the tongue, bro. No, I will not speak ill of fiber. Dude, the rep that came out to give me like the welcome and all that other stuff and explain to me what I already knew because I did my research, bro. I was schooling him. I sat him down. I said, here, sit down. Let me get you. You need a bottle of water? Because I'm going to tell you what you don't know. What you're trying to sell me, I'm going to sell you on it so you can go and sell somebody else on it because, this is legit. This is it right here. And he told me, he said, oh, you got the 500 package? I was like, a little higher. He was like, 750? Oh, no, you got the one? I was like, nah, double it, buddy.
Wow.
He's like, his eyes almost popped out his head. He was like, dang, what are you running? Like, you got a NASA, space shuttle or something?
This brother, okay, for those of you, the nerds about to come into me right now, if you don't know, brother, have you ever heard the computer Teletran 1?
No. Teletran 1? I don't even know what that is.
You've never watched the original Transformers cartoon?
Dude, yes. And I can't even tell you, bro, what that is.
The Teletran 1 was the computer system that the Autobots used.
Okay.
It was, or basically, let me rephrase that. This brother built the Bat computer and got the Bat connection for his house. This brother got the Bat cave. He's sitting there smiling. We got to buy him a bat suit. We got to put this brother in the Batman.
Dude, Let me tell you, this is legit because they came in with this box, and mind you, like my case for my new PC is white. Like the whole setup is white minus the graphics card and a couple of cables. But yeah, when they came in with the box for the fiber, it's a white box and like solid white. Like there's no other print or anything. It's like one light on it. That's it. And my wife came down, she looked at it and she said, "Oh, look, it matches your setup." And I'm like, "You're such a girl." A girl would say that.
Wow.
I'm here, dude, I'm here drooling over the power. I'm looking at it like, dang, I'm looking at the tech working. I'm like, I need to know how this works. I need to know what that line is for and this connection. And is it true you can't bend the cables and this and that and all the other? And dude, I need to know. She comes down and says, "Oh, look, it matches your case." I'm like, really?
Hey, you know what? You probably looked at her, smiled, and be like, "I love you too, baby," and kept on going.
Dude, she was ecstatic for me. She was telling the tech, "He's been waiting 3 years for you guys. 3 years."
3 years.
You
you ain't been
bro.
waiting. You ain't been waiting that
No,
long.
3 years, bro. 3 years. For real.
3
I'm not
years?
exaggerating, bro.
Yo, that's wow.
Dude,
3 years.
3 years before it came into my area here. It was in Orlando 3 years ago. And I kept getting reps coming through from AT&T talking about, "Oh, we got high speed. We got high speed." I'm like, "You ain't got no high speed out here." And they're like, "Oh, no, we got a DSL." I'm like, "DS what? Get out of here."
DSL. Who cares about DSL?
I'm like, "Get out of here.
Isn't that 2000?
Don't get slapped."
He said, "Don't get slapped." Come on, man. Don't be like that.
I almost went into the arsenal, man, and just,
Oh, no, don't do that.
bucked up on someone. Get off my property. DSL high speed. Are you serious?
Oh, man.
Dude, that DSL is almost as it's like cousin to the AOL dial up. You remember that? That
You talking about the it take you about 5 minutes to actually get online, and it takes
Yep.
3 minutes to actually load up a website back in the day.
Yep. Daniel's talking out right here. He's like, "Keep that line clean. Don't let dust on that optic." That's right, buddy. You know, the hookup is fresh because they ran the line and then they put a plate over it against my wall right next to my setup. So yeah, that optic is nice and protected. Yep. Most
Now,
definitely, bro.
At the end of the day, what would you have to tell anybody that would have to decide between fiber or spectrum? What would be your last advice
Come on,
to anybody?
man. What did I just? I've been talking to myself here all this time.
Hey, man. Hey, once again, not everybody is as fluent.
Dude,
We got to keep it. We got to tell everybody. I'm sorry. I just.
dude, Henyo just said it in the chat, and fiber gets my money every day, all day, and into the future. Fiber
sound
is the future, bro. It's the future, man, and it's here,
you-
and I
You
got
sound
it.
like you sound like me buying an Atlas game. Like, yeah, you get whatever you drop, I'm buying. So
It's legit, bro. It's legit. And listen, right now, I'm not even hardwired. I'm running on Wi-Fi.
you're
I'm
running
running
over
Wi-Fi.
2,000 on Wi-Fi.
Dude, I'm running Wi-Fi, and this connection is, I got Discord open, I got the chat open, I got Stream Deck open, I got OBS open. We're running 30,000 kilobits up, whatever. I mean, it's running, bro, and it's quiet. It's really quiet. System ain't even breathing, bro. It's humming. It's beautiful.
Let's just all right, wipe that tear off your face, sir.
Dude,
I know.
Dude, the work, but let me tell everybody this, man. The work, it's a labor of love. I gotta go back to that. It's a labor of love. If you set your mind to doing something, be open to it, give yourself to it, be patient, learn, make the mistakes, don't give up, reach out, research. There was plenty of times, bro, where I was like, okay, I gotta walk away. Even for a minute, I had to like just literally walk away, because I just thought that I had done everything that I could and knew how to do, bro. Good night. Good night to you, Henyo. Catch you soon online, man. But you gotta walk away from it sometimes, and then you come back fresh. You come back, and you see something different, and you're like, wait a minute, let me try this, and lo and behold, man, that was the thing. But when you're in the thick of it, and that's not just for building, that's life, man. You're in the thick of something, you are totally consumed in the moment by whatever it is that you're doing or addressing or focusing on. And you just need to step back. You need to just say, wait a minute, if I'm going to get anywhere, right now I'm stuck and I'm getting frustrated and I'm going to give up. I can't do this. Chill. Just back up, walk away, get yourself a drink. I don't drink beer, but I would definitely not drink Budweiser.
Woo! Let's not go there, brother. Let it be. Let it be.
I go grab my ginger ale.
There you go.
And if I did drink, definitely not Budweiser.
Oh, here we see. Why you gotta take another hit at it, man? Come on, now.
Dude, because it's funny. But you know what? It goes with what I'm saying, dude. It don't work. It don't work. Why are you trying to like bark up that tree? Nope. It's like, nope. Just walk away, come back, and go at it again, and yeah, and you'll come out the other side, man. You'll come out the other side. So, but yeah.
Congratulations on that build, by the way. I know
I appreciate it, bro.
Love and so what kind of future do we have to look forward to from End Time, the build, and
dude? I think
regaming.
I think that and I want to say this specifically, and if Sleek hears this after the fact, I'm gonna really point to him. I've known Sleek back from the Mixer days, when that was a thing on Xbox, and Sleek always believed and always encouraged, and even till this day, always told me, yo, End Time, you should like build this, man. Like, he didn't say those exact words, but the brand, drama free gaming, DFG, anything associated with drama free gaming, he just thought that it could be something so much bigger than what it is now. I mean, right now it ain't really nothing. It ain't nothing but just us. But you know what? I think that my drive, my hope, my purpose, I look at this as a necessity to reach other gamers, maybe in our era, who ain't got time for drama, who don't got time for complaining about this, that, and the other, and just staying stuck on the complaining part. Like, we complain, we moan, we cry, we we're not fanboys of anything. We love our gaming, and when it's done right, it's done right. We enjoy it, but it's not all that we do. We got families, we're raising kids. I'm gonna be a grandfather here in a couple of months. Our time is precious, and we get down. I mean, we get down and out. We get into seasons in our lives where things get dark, and if that's a layer that this platform, this podcast, can address by just getting on a mic, laughing, talking like we did tonight, really, I'm gonna have to retitle the 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 episode. But yeah, I think that there's enough ears out there in the world that a platform like this, a message like this, just us hanging and talking and just having a bowling night. There's others just like us out there who just need to. They need a friend. I needed to learn how to make friends, man, and I didn't have friends,
Hey,
until I started doing the podcasting thing, which was not a planned thing. Actually, the streaming thing, I should say, because I was podcasting before, but I met you. I've said it here before. I met you playing the Division. I've met Sleek when I started streaming on Mixer. Met a bunch of other people who are not active on our Discord. They're still there. Haven't talked to some of them in a while. Mangry, I consider him a friend and a brother as well. A lot of good people, man. A lot of good people. And I'm gonna say this, Jay, and I think I never shared this with you or with anyone. My inspiration to podcast really started, and it was founded on I would maybe point to two things. Number one, for me, it's natural to speak about something that I love. I can be on this mic and speak about this gaming, tech, my life experience. As a minister, I can speak about the Bible, the Word of God, and that's natural for me. I can do that. I enjoy it. It's not work. I love it. I look forward to it. But my dad, and I've always considered him my dad. And I mentioned him here earlier. His name is Andy, and he's not my real dad. I'm not adopted. I had a real dad. He passed away. But I adopted Andy. Andy is my best. I don't even call her a friend. She's my sister. Her dad, and this man has been instrumental in my life. And he till this day he does what do you call that? CB radios.
CB.
Yeah, CB radios. Like he was doing it from like the old days, like when you had the antenna hooked up and you actually talked to like people across the United States. He's taught himself. He has took classes. He has certifications now. This man has actually been part of like rescue efforts, like with the hurricanes hit Puerto Rico, and he was able to connect people out there who were excommunicated. They couldn't communicate with family over here. He was a bridge to those people. He's been able to communicate and send messages back and forth between veterans, soldiers who are out there. And thank God for the veterans, and I salute you. And I have the most high admiration for our men and women in the armed forces. But yeah, he was instrumental in connecting them with their families. And that always inspired me, man. He sits in his little room, a bigger room now when I went to go visit him further south in Florida. And he has his setup, bro. And he has it is digitized now. And he gets on that mic and he does his thing, bro. And that always stuck with me. When I was much younger, before I was married, I was still in school. And I saw what he did, and I was like, yo, that is freaking awesome. I didn't know to what extent he did what he did, why he did it or whatnot, but I just thought that it was so cool to have a setup like that. And here we are today, bro. Here we are, man, and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful for him, not just for influencing me that way, but there's other things that this man has done that he's been instrumental in my life, where he's pulled me out of dark places, bro.
Well, I think overall, as time goes on, we always have those people, but we have actually turned this podcast into a share, a sharing of who we are. I just want everybody to know, but beyond the gaming stuff, we actually are just people with lives, and I know we haven't really talked much about gaming tonight, but just know that we're real people. We're not, just sitting back on a mic going, "Hey, we're going to tell you."
We don't get paid for this, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
But just look at it as in, hey, this is behind the curtain. These are who these guys are. We got lives. There are people that have inspired us. We do this we have actually been doing this for a couple of years now. It's been kind of come and go, but
yeah, it's been hit and miss.
But at the end of the day, this is who we are.
Right.
And I'm not trying to hide it. I would like to be transparent so that everybody knows, hey, these guys are actually real. Like, hey, we ain't hiding behind no company. We ain't hiding behind no company's money. This is who we are. We have lives. So please, thank you for even being here. Once again, thank you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that, Jay. And and who knows what Drama Free Gaming DFG is going to become, what it's evolving to. I just hope that we can continue to have fun and we continue to make connections. I'm excited about the people that it's going to touch. And I know that, at least in my experience with podcasting and doing some radio, and that's another story for another day, but things spill over one into another, especially when you have different platforms going on. Well, one platform, but you have different podcasts and different things that you're trying to put out there. So yeah, just like Jay said, we didn't do much talk about gaming this evening. I'm not going to apologize for it, because what we did speak about, yeah, it was fun, man. And I hope it helped, it entertained. But on the next one, we'll definitely get back to some game talk here. And if things, spill over and we talk about other things, well, so be it. That's what makes us who we are. This is Drama Free Gaming. Jay, I'm not going to keep you up any later. It's past 10. It's past bedtime. We've almost been on here for an hour, but we good.
Yeah, no, I want to say this, guys. Me and End Time have sat down and talked about a couple of things as far as, he's got his new rig and things we got to do. We haven't worked out all the details yet because life.
Right.
But I've said it a couple years ago, and I said it a couple of times, but there's some good things that we've talked about that are actually coming.
Mm-hmm.
So just please bear with us and stick with us.
Yeah,
If you've been here for a while, just stick with us.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna try that trip out in time when we get to where we want to be.
Exactly.
We got to get Henyo back on here and get him laughing and joking. That brother's been working pretty hard.
Yeah, man.
We got to get Sleek back. He's got some news he wants to drop in the near future. Yep. So, bear with us, guys. We just a bunch of old guys. We old, man. Yeah. I got some gray hair on the beard. I was crying. Hey, have you ever woke up in the morning and literally was like, I'm hurt? Like you don't want to. Dude, you don't want to roll over.
We're not gonna go there. Let's just leave that one alone that's another conversation, bro. I don't want to open up that can of worms, but guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Drama Free Gaming DFG. You will catch this not only here on youtube.com/Drama Free Gaming, but also go check us out on Spotify. We are also on a couple of other podcast platforms. I do try my best to get the audio out there and uploaded, but we definitely are on Spotify. It used to be Anchor.fm, I believe, but they got taken over by Spotify now, so that's why we're saying Spotify. But we're going to put this out there. hopefully sooner than later, you guys are more than welcome to again come over on our Discord, Drama Free Gaming as well. I'm usually Drama Free Gaming or End Time on any platform. Hopefully we'll get an opportunity to get back on RE2. You guys been seeing the B-roll. If you have been watching, it's looped, I think, twice, and we're coming to the end of the second one now where I get killed. And I think we'll leave on that note. Jay, thank you for being here, for hanging out, man. I'm going to catch you on the next one. People, be good, do good, and as always, keep your gaming and your life drama-free. Later.
Adios.